listening to Lucha Underground.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the latest episode of Lucha Afterground, the world's premier Lucha Underground after show. My name is Max.
T-Rav.
And
Big Kev!
fresh out of the hospital.
Back in the podcast groove.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Excellent.
Yeah?
I feel like I'm ready to take on the world.
Good, good. I'm,
Not like really.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't feel very good at all.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
I rarely do.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Are you still planning on seeking retribution?
It's on next week. Like we're recording this on Saturday, and it's 1 week today, and I'm ready. My body is ready. I'm fired up. I went and I've been in the dojo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I've been in the dojo.
Which dojo? Pentagon Juniors?
I've been getting in the dojo.
Is this a reference I'm supposed to be getting?
No, I'm ready to go.
Oh, okay.
I'm just ready to go.
Okay.
I'm ready to go. I've been learning how to throw a Stan Hansen-like lariat.
Oof.
Ladies' choice. I hope I get a chance to use it.
We should, when I go, maybe I'll bring a mic and I'll see if I can record audio.
Sounds good. Sounds great.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, maybe we'll record a live episode of Lucha Afterground at the match, during your match.
I really wish you would pay attention instead. But...
We'll be just like, shh, you guys.
Do this to me.
So, task at hand. We've got, this is episode 10, the episode following Aztec Warfare. And it's sort of I'd say this is the first episode of the second act of season 2.
Yeah.
Kev, you weren't here last week, unfortunately. Any quick impressions you had of Aztec Warfare?
That was my favorite Lucha Underground show to date, and the monster Matanza is my new favorite character.
Wow.
Wow, nice. Do you think we will ever see him unmasked?
It almost happened tonight by accident.
Almost happened accidentally. I hope not.
He's just like this uncaged animal, but he's
Just give me a second. Can you put a finger on the back of this so I can tighten it?
I like how he didn't register any of the hits that Pentagon was hitting him with, because he's just like, I'm trying to tie my mask. Fuck off.
What do you think of his look? We talked about it briefly last episode, but I'm curious to know what you think.
He's a beast, and I was like, when he came out, I was like, God, he's got to be what? Like, he's 6'6". He's 293 and a half pounds.
Totally.
And he's like 5'10".
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You wish you could see more of his body.
Well, it is a hell of a body.
Nice. Cool. So we get a little bit of a recap of what happened last week, and then the bands are back.
Woo! Chignon.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I think so. Chignon.
And they're notable because
Robert Rodriguez is plays the guitar with them.
and he owns the whole station.
Yep.
I wonder, do they have an album? Do they have anything?
I don't know.
Can we find them?
We don't do our research.
Yeah, but I think we'd have to dig pretty deep to find Chignon.
Yeah.
I guess you could Google it.
We have to dig pretty deep into those 6 letters.
So the episode begins with Dario in the ring. He announces there's going to be a trios tournament coming up starting next week.
Yep.
Is that right? And that feels good because, man, we've had only 3 trios matches this whole time, and all 3 have been in the same competitors.
Is that true?
Either way, there hasn't been any trios matches that didn't involve them, right?
Right.
So I'm glad to hear that they're going to do a trios tournament, because then you're going to need to reestablish some kind of division. Do you
Maybe
think
we'll get some more luchadors.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Do you think there's anybody? If you could assemble a fresh trios team, what are some teams you put together? Bengala, Cobra Moon, and Masquerita Sagrada.
I love it.
Thank you.
With Famous B at ringside.
Oh, snaps.
So quick Google. I went pretty deep. Chignon is a Mexican rock band based in Austin, Texas. They have been around for since 2002 through 2003. Okay. They contributed songs to the Kill Bill soundtrack. Rodriguez had them record songs for Once Upon a Time in Mexico. And
I apologize, Mr. Rodriguez.
Yeah, and Grindhouse. So they've done a lot of stuff with Rodriguez.
Yeah, okay.
It makes perfect sense that they're here.
Sure.
And it says here, Trav is dumb.
So there's.
Let me see that.
If you're around from 2002, you probably have people that just like Chignon is my favorite band.
Maybe a couple.
You know. Probably.
in Robert Rodriguez's family.
It's not outside the realm of possibility.
He also mentioned that there's going to be a number one contender. Getting back to Dario Cueto, there will be they're going to figure out the number one contender.
And then he's interrupted by
Pentagon Jr.
on the mic. Doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. What did he say? He was like, hey. It sounded like he said that. At first I thought it was Johnny Mundo going, yay!
Yeah, me
Johnny
too.
Mundo when it was coming out.
So Pentagon Jr. basically just threatens Dario.
Yeah, because Dario says, you are not championship material.
Throws him down in the most
Faceplant.
He
just like pancaked him
and didn't move a millimeter after he landed. Like he just landed, and where he fell is where he stopped.
Yeah.
Ouch!
Then he put a microphone in front of his face, and he had him in the arm breaker position. He's okay.
Gives into the match.
I think it's pretty bad. Just as like in terms of precedent, if you're Dario Cueto, you shouldn't be rewarding that kind of behavior because now you're just asking for it. Anybody can just jump you and beat you up and say, "I'll kill you if you don't give me a championip match." Isn't that what you're telling the rest of the locker room?
At their own peril. Because I was thinking too, I was like, who would want to go after Matanza, the monster, my best friend, and
What?
Yes, and of course, it makes perfect sense that it's Pentagon Jr. because he has a very little amount of miedo,
That's right.
I'm going to say, like, almost none.
Almost none.
borderline Sierra.
Gracias.
Kev glanced at both of these guys. I should tell you guys, they've been glancing at the soundboard the whole time. They're
I've
really
just
excited.
never had
They're
an
desperate
angle-
for.
Never had an angle where I could see the screen before.
what it
and now
looked
I'm
like?
just like, what's going on?
Well, here, why don't we do this? Here, let's do something
No,
on precedent.
that's too much power.
Yeah. We'll put it there. Okay, so this is the way it works, guys. So you see the screen.
I do. I get it.
Yeah.
So if
I
we see a
how
reason.
it works, but
Yeah. So go ahead, take it for a spin.
well, this is supposed to be what you do. Let me see if it works.
That's how you do your job.
That's how I do your job.
Ah, he's got
All
it.
right. Well, this is great. I'm very excited about the new place that we are. I think I'm going to overuse them all. I don't know which is the new one. The one that's so dumb.
Right there.
Dude, that is straight up whacked. You know it, and I know it, but hey, it is what it is.
Oh,
The
man,
Tao of Vampiro.
A whole new world. I really don't want this near me. I don't
Okay.
think I should be allowed to touch it.
No worries. Here, I'm going to twist it away because you guys are being
Violence.
distracted. Okay, get out of there.
It is pretty fun.
Violence.
For me, it is a happy memory.
Let's do this.
All right. Match number 1. Johnny Mundo and Taya versus Cisco and Cortez. Taya starts, and she's not bad to
I
start.
think she's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like Taya a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like the position that she's been put in with Cage because it seems so borderline. It could be interpreted. I don't think the intention is for. Is,
Very Ray Rice.
yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not great, but really, I mean, I think she does a great job.
Yeah, this match was okay. I
Her
just
gear
think that
this week
yeah,
was I don't understand how it stayed on. There was more holes than there were material.
Hey.
This match is getting snug.
I don't know about the match, but the front of my trousers.
this feud, their feud just needs to blow off as soon as possible. I'd like to see them move on to different.
Away
pastures.
from Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it looks like. I mean, I think they're teasing a Taya Mundo feud going forward.
Yeah,
that might
slight
be our,
dissension between
that might
the
be
two of
our
them
third
off of the blind
act.
tags. Yeah, maybe.
The dissension didn't do as good once they got brought up from NXT.
No, that's not their name.
Get out of here, Kev.
Mundo showed some really good cowardice in this match, but otherwise it was pretty forgettable. I think it's just again to just move along this.
Are you guys surprised that Cortez, Officer Reyes, nothing has really happened with that yet?
Yeah, we haven't heard anything about that since like second episode, third episode.
Yeah. I think it's just it might just be like some big reveal. Maybe at the end, finally. Freeze, everybody!
Oh, yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah.
Drop the hint in the second episode.
Shoots Dario Cueto to death.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine?
death?
Well, if anybody's going to pull a gun in this thing, it's going to be
death?
Reyes.
Reyes?
Yeah.
You think-
Or
or
it could
Joey
be
Ryan.
I guess it could be Joey Ryan. He might carry a gun.
Oh yeah, I know where he might be in a holster.
For me, it is a happy memory.
Next segment?
Wait, I want to.
Okay.
I think we should. I want to introduce a new segment. I think this should be a regular segment.
Melissa Corner?
Well, that already is a regular segment. Before we get to Trav discussing whatever Melissa was wearing this week,
Beautiful.
the every episode, sitting right behind Stryker and Vamp, there's always that one audience member
the
who's
person in
right.
between them.
Yeah, you can just see them
Center.
so clearly. I think we should really just like focus in on them
Man
and
in
just
the wedge.
What's that?
The
man in the wedge.
The man in between the two of them.
That's right. So how would
we've
this,
had hipster Pugsley.
That's right.
This week, the guy looked like the Latin most interesting man in the world.
I thought you were saying Orville Redenbacher first.
It could go either way. He looks like the non-union Mexican equivalent of some sort of a spokesman.
Okay,
like a
yeah, I
product
see it.
spokesman.
Sure. He seemed like a very he seemed like the Mexican version of my dad, if you know who my dad is. So that's a great
Your dad
reference.
is the Dos Equis guy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm at a cafe.
That's what my dad says all the time. It freaks me out. That's just a recording of my dad.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's got family working in the show.
Yeah, probably. I don't think they stick just anybody there. That's VIP seating.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is VIP
I
seating.
want the man in the wedge, man. That's
That's right. Totally. And
in
actually,
the wedge.
it probably makes sense that they, if I was producing the show, I would want fresh people behind there. I'd want to rotate
I would
people
want
through.
the Fresh Prince in there.
Oh, or just Prince.
I don't know.
You wouldn't be able to see him. Poking his head up.
He's very short, but they must rotate people through there throughout a taping because it gives the illusion of the passage of time, right?
Yeah, but Hipster Pugsley was on there two
was he really?
episodes in a row.
Hipster.
I want to forget. That makes me wonder if we're going to see Latino Orville.
Latino Orville. Latino Orville Redenbacher is what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so that concludes The Man in the Wedge for the week.
Thanks for tuning in. Great app. Great app.
That was the man in the wedge.
All right, next segment. Marty at home. He tells the story of Mariposa. We see her kicking some street luchador ass, and then it's revealed that Marty can't read.
The book was upside down the entire time.
It was empty.
Gracias.
Nice. Yeah, it was cool. I think we learned a little something about the Moth tribe. I guess they're rich, right? They're
of the
like
seven.
just wealthy, whatever.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that distinguishes them from the other tribes.
I learned that Mariposa is being played by cheerleader Melissa, who's an indie star in the Southern California scene for years. She was trained by Bryan Danielson and Christopher Daniels in All Pro Wrestling, and she was in TNA. She had two names in TNA, and they were both really bad names. It was like-
Cheerleader Melissa does not really instill a lot of confidence in her abilities.
Makes you think
it's not,
there's
she's not the
other
cheer
cheerleaders.
follewer, Melissa. So
Oh, I see.
she's
Oh,
got a
okay.
bit
point,
of
good
something
point.
going on.
And to be honest, Cobra Moon has like the best name ever, and she's not so great.
Not so great.
So names don't mean a whole lot.
But if we're being fair to Cobra Moon,
Thick hands. Oh, yes. So nice. So yeah, next segment after that is Black Lotus is outside of Dario's office guarding, but Katrina did her old presto changeo, came on inside, and just basically talked smack about Matanza.
yeah.
Anything else? to
I
add to
mean,
that?
She said, "Your brother is a fruit," and I thought that was a little inappropriate.
I think I missed that.
Match is getting snug.
What do you say? You and I, we are not so different. Didn't he say that?
Well, you and I, we should join forces. We'll be unstoppable.
Yeah.
It does feel like they are two sides of the same coin in some way. They're they both represent some kind of dark faction.
Right?
Just a couple differences in philosophy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's a little bit
Country?
You fucking jumper.
She's a little bit ska.
Ew.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't even want to imagine what that would smell like.
Yeah. Did this episode just not move us in any way?
I think we're suffering the hangover of
Yeah.
watching Nakamura.
Yeah, that's
good
really tough.
point.
We're in the middle of Mania weekend here, and we saw that
It's hard to enjoy.
work of
anything.
art last night, an
It
absolute
really
work
was.
of art.
We are living in a post NVZ world.
What does that mean?
Nakamura versus Zayn.
Oh, okay. Nice. NVZ. You're
yeah.
trying to hide the fact that you're Canadian.
I'm just not one of the. I'm just a man of the people.
All right.
I know where our bread is buttered. Thank you, Uncle Sam.
But also, I think that they had to, after Aztec Warfare, you got to bring it down a notch. If this was a screenplay, this is your second act SAG. You got to kind of let things... And also they're kind of rebooting a little bit, although they're still doing that, Mundo and Taya.
Question for you guys. Which is your favorite Disciple of Death?
Purple one. Nobody gives a fuck about any of the other ones.
Nobody gives a fuck about the purple one.
Yes,
Barry
they do.
El Negro.
The purple one is the best. I want to wear his mask.
It's pretty cool
I want my
mask.
own mask. You don't want to wear his.
Shiny.
Yeah.
It would look good with the Max saton jacket. That's a good
Yeah.
Oh,
mask.
Or like
snaps.
my Baltimore Ravens jersey. Listen, if anybody out there, check my Amazon wish list. We're going to be like porn stars. We'll have our own Amazon wish list.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, what?
So yeah, this
Seriously,
goes into match number 2, Trios Championship elimination match. It's a rematch. Evilise in less exciting tights. Still looking great.
Absolutely.
And we learned the Disciples of Death are alive.
Yeah.
Thank
Boo.
God. Thank goodness, you
Fuck
guys.
you. Boo. Max and I were both so...
Yeah.
Let's use a word that hasn't been used on a wrestling podcast recently. We're both so crestfallen.
Very good.
Because...
Very good.
I was more than that. I was really bummed because I was like, God damn, I thought it was so cool that these guys got murdered on my wrestling show.
And Arhennis is back, but now he's back
Who?
being
Oh,
Arhennis,
you
now
think
he's
that
gotta be
Arhennis is
one
playing
of the Disciples of the Death?
I don't think so.
I know for a fact, bro. He was in the Aztec
season?
Warfare and in the first season.
He can go shit his pants. Who cares?
Interesting.
That's what we're here to do, is provide real highbrow commentary.
I think Evilise, looked really good early on. Really nice bridge suplex pin attempt.
That was. Actually, you know what?
She hit the Northern Lights, I think, wasn't it? I don't remember, man. I don't take detailed notes, baby. I try and feel the match.
No biggie. I think this actually is probably the best Disciples of Death match
Sure.
there
Yeah,
has been.
sure.
So there's
High bar.
they're trending.
That's a high bar.
trending in the right direction. Man.
They're gonna. One of them's gonna be the champion by the end of this season.
Purple
for
mask.
sure. Purple mask. Faux
Kevin
shout.
would love it. Man, I can't wait to get some new trio teams in
Yeah.
there. Okay, I tell you what, this will be fun. Let's all write down one character on a piece of paper. Okay, and then we'll, without knowing what each other wrote, and then we'll flip it over, and then that will be a new trios team.
I don't have a pen, but I'll just say
Oh, we'll
it.
get this.
Okay.
Because it is also a podcast.
No. You can. Yeah, we'll say it. We'll say it afterwards.
No, we can't say it. It's a secret.
All right. So I think I know exactly who I'm going for, and if you guys don't know who I'm picking, I'm gonna be
I
upset.
know exactly who I'm picking. No, I don't actually. God. I need
And now
to
does this have to make sense, or is it
No,
just we want?
no, it's just like imagine they're gonna, because I feel like they're gonna. That's how they're gonna be assembling teams.
Okay, ready?
Okay, so this is gonna be the
new trios team.
champion,
Okay.
potential champions. Okay,
Yeah.
we got Bengala.
Bengala, and Matanza. Wow.
Wow.
Two
Bengala
Bengalas
twins.
and a
Maybe
Matanza.
Bengala and Bengala Junior, or maybe Bengala Ita. Is there a
mini Bengala.
a mini Bengala and Matanza?
He's a little kitty cat.
Do you think Matanza will be in the trios tournament?
No.
Oh, what if? Okay, how about this for some fantasy booking? Matanza enters the trios tournament just as himself.
Oh man, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Just he got 2 knives. He's like Mo Sizlak. He's like,
He wins by default because
I gotta tell you, this is pretty great.
It's a really fast tournament because every other team just like withdraws immediately. You're like, I know, it's over in one episode. That could be fun.
Sure.
A lot of Bengala love at this table.
Yeah, bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
And Helico had some nice work in this match. He eliminated number 13 with a buckle bomb. Nice high knee off of the middle rope from him. And then one of the remaining Disciples of Death hit an ugly as fuck move on.
Oh, that's right.
And Yellico. That didn't even look like it was a move.
Yeah.
It looked like he drove a knee into his back. It looked like Angelico.
Angelo.
Looked like my buddy Angelo.
That's right.
Looked like he was going to do a front roll, almost like a somersault out of it, and then just decided to put his forehead and face into the
Yeah.
mat.
It looked like he had buckled, like all his lower body, just his joints just all kind of buckled at once and fell apart.
looked bad.
Like one of those
enough
like
to eliminate him.
That guy looked like an unmade bed.
yeah. Oh, I like that. That's good, man. Did you just come up with that?
No.
Oh, too bad.
Yes.
Nice.
T-shirts.
So it was.
That's how you do your job.
It was down to the Son of Havoc and the 2 Disciples of Death. Son of Havoc had that great double stomp off of the top, kind of going down the stairs, and then eliminated Barrio Negro. Is it Barry O Negro? Is he part Irish?
Barrio. It's no, as we
El
established
Negro,
earlier
I
in the
know.
season, that's what a racist guy calls Obama.
Yeah. And then Evilise gets to Katrina. I guess Katrina didn't have time to vanish out of there. And then Son of Havoc with the win, so they retain. Cool. And it was an okay match.
Son of Havoc did that bump where he gets launched towards the ropes and stops himself with his traps.
Yeah, that's a good. I really like that. It's
so cool.
As I say, it looks really good on his build for some reason.
Yeah. What about?
I guess that was the best match of the night. Do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything else that was even close.
But still, I ain't dropping snowflakes, France.
Okay, moving on. We get Ray and Dario in the office.
Mm-hmm.
This was nice. I'm glad. I had just been thinking about this earlier. It's like at the end of last season, what prompted Dario to leave the temple is that Dragon Azteca was killed, and then what prompted him to come back was what?
Do you think that was the only reason? I think he was prompted to leave because Muertes had the belt. He's like, dark days are ahead. That's what he said.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because he had lost control. Katrina had control. I think that's an added bonus. I'm like, we got to hide from the heat. But yeah.
It just seems strange because I had interpreted that Dario left because he was scared about retribution from Dragon Azteca dying. That retribution has not... There's no reason to not be afraid of that. Especially when Dragon Azteca Jr. just shows up. You know what I mean? I'm just feeling there's a little bit of a gap in logic there.
I liked Ray's mask.
It was pretty.
Like a thick leather mask.
But he claims innocence.
Thick leather.
Says he doesn't know anything about Dragon Azteca Senior.
Do you think it was straps?
They had one strap that's kind of hanging down. It had that red clip on it. Did you notice that? It was very distracting.
It was.
Yeah.
He's talking and this thing's flapping away. Flap, flap, flap.
If there's anything that really defined this episode, it's weird mask flaps hanging around.
That's right. That's a good...
This is the
Good
flappy
observation.
episode.
Dario drank a lot in this episode. I'm surprised he wasn't shit-faced.
That's
Yeah.
Max style.
Yeah, he was getting into it.
He was getting maxed.
To the max.
Dude, that is straight up whacked.
So then it goes into the third match, Sexy Star with the Mac versus Mariposa with Marty. She had some nice body blows there. They look pretty stiff.
Holy shit, she punched her in the guts.
Yeah.
The old liver mover.
And then into what you told me was the Vertebreaker, her finish.
She finished her with the old Shane Helms Vertebreaker. It's
pretty nasty
Here's
looking.
the funny behind the scenes. So Shane Helms, at the end of WCW, was like the cruiserweight champ. He was Sugar Shane Helms. He came out with the Sugar Dolls. They would dance around him. His theme song that he had produced was called the Vertebreaker. His finish was the Vertebreaker.
His theme song was called the Vertebreaker as well?
Cool.
So they bring him out. He gets signed with WWE. He's all excited for his debut. Vince sees the move, says, not a chance. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
So now the Vertebreaker theme song, that's out the window. The Vertebreaker, his finisher, it's out the window. We can't call you Shane because my son's name is Shane.
That's
so
right.
you will be Gregory Helms. So
The
he just
Hurricane.
came out and wrestled as Gregory Helms for a while.
Oh.
Yeah. Before he finally became the Hurricane.
What, is that the Hurricane that's like the superhero guy?
Yeah, it was a superhero.
Oh, you guys, for the listener, Max started watching wrestling 3 years ago?
Not even.
Not even?
Just 12 months. I started with the last WrestleMania, and here we are, my 1 year anniversary.
Max and I talked about if you could put who would your Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling be, your top four, and he asked if it was okay to have Enzo and Cass on there. So that gives you an idea of how long Max has been watching wrestling.
You probably asked me that question like 3 months into me watching wrestling.
okay.
So
So it was cool.
at the time, from what I still
9
stand
months
behind
ago.
that. Yeah.
We could have had a baby.
So this was just a squash on Sexy Star. Her star is pretty low right
Jesus. Oh, yes. I mean, I see what you say.
Oh, do you want credit for that as like a pun, as like a clever comment?
No. I just thought he was talking about her butthole.
Whoa.
This match is getting snug.
As snug as
What's happening
her
with
star. So Marty, right in the post match, Marty attacks Satin Mac and
Satin Mac.
and
Satin
then
Mac.
they did a nice kind of little teamwork attack with Mariposa on him. So I guess this story continues.
Makes the dream work.
But I don't know, where does this go? Where does this story go?
Well, you probably end up with,
She just
next
gotta
week we'll
find
have
her
Mac versus
confidence
Moth.
again?
Eventually, Sexy Star will get some sort of she'll put a beat down on Marty. And I think that's going to be your payoff, is that she gets to whoop his ass and overcome her kidnapping.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like this could have been wrapped up by now.
Actually, ask me again, where does this pay off?
Where does this pay off?
They squash that bug.
Yeah.
I got to get that on the soundboard.
Next segment, Dario Cueto tells Matanza, as he goes to let him out of the cage, to break Pentagon's back. And he lets him out of the cage to just an epic score. The music.
Are you surprised that as soon as he says that, you got to be expecting a backbreaker?
Or something.
Directly to the back.
Like Bane.
But it just seemed
He
like
looks like
halfway
Bane.
through the match, suddenly Pentagon just starts holding his lower back, like he,
Well, he
stood
got
up
taken
too
off
fast.
in an ambulance.
Yeah. I mean, I think mission accomplished.
And he
but-
dropped him through the unbreakable table.
Go back and watch that scene too, where Cueto walks in to Matanza's room. It sounds like there's a farm animal getting strangled in the room. Like there's this sound.
It's just him heavy breathing, I think.
He's scary.
How is anybody going to beat Matanza?
They're not.
Could be
He's
Muertes.
never going
Still
to-
could be Muertes. Muertes is a monster.
Season 17, Matanza's still on top, undefeated.
Oh, boy.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. Great. Dario Cueto had a great serious look on his face when they were entering down the stairs today. Like he just was really, this is, I'm not fucking around
And
anymore.
remember, he smells incredible.
Yeah.
According to Strikers AMA.
Then we just see a ton of no selling for Matanza.
Oh, nothing. Doesn't
that's-
register anything. He takes the backstabber in the corner and
The
just
way,
pops
yeah, he stood right up.
Yep.
I
I
love
love
that
it.
a backstabber, or is it a double knee backbreaker, or is it backstabber?
I think either one, because
Yeah.
I think that's what Carlito chewing apples and spitting them in faces. That's what he did.
And the match moved outside. Matanza got some good heat, and you saw the tearing of the mask again. And that's when we saw Matanza start to lose his mask. And this was just basically, again, just a long squash.
It was weird. This is a weird episode.
Yeah.
It was hard to. I go back to it's the Hangover. It was hard to emotionally invest in anything today after last night. It was just.
There were some good moments, but overall, yeah, it just kind of feels like, I don't know, 2 squash matches in a row, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah,
With the end of the show.
Weird card. Or weird order of matches.
Vamp got involved.
Yeah, he stood up and entered the ring. And then Matanza put Pentagon through the table. That never breaks. And then they was taken off in an ambulance, and they stood victorious.
Did you notice the last shot was Vamp in the back of the ambulance.
Ambulance.
With Pentagon Jr.? It's great.
Yeah. He was keystering some of the opioids that they keep in the back of the.
All right.
He also, what else did he say? Oh, that the Ciro Miedo chant gives him migraines. Did you hear that?
Did he say that?
Yeah. He's like, every time I hear that chant, Matt, I get migraines.
I need that atropiprazole. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
it's been half the season.
I don't think we're hearing that
third season.
again.
We haven't heard it yet.
We're waiting for his doctor. He's going to show up. I told you, he's going to show up and say it like 4 times.
Yeah.
I prescribed him atropiprazole.
Yeah, this was, again, as I said, this is kind of a speed bump along the way.
Yeah, I mean, it set some stuff up. It's perfectly fine. If we had watched it if we were talking about it on Wednesday night after it came out, maybe.
Yeah.
Even then, I think that it was a dipper.
A dipper.
It was a honey dipper.
Yeah. All right, guys.
But we'll be back.
Is there anything else
They'll be
want
back.
to chat about? Where are we at for
Oh,
time
I
here?
cut a promo for the upcoming match.
Oh my
Yeah, I
gosh,
should include
we'll
that.
definitely throw. Okay, yeah, after
that on the end?
yeah, after our closing
really good.
credits, yeah, you'll hear that for
It's
sure.
about a minute long, so it's not too bad. You
Put a
don't need
link
to
up
see
on
it.
Twitter. I do want to say quickly, Voices of Wrestling has some really good guys working there, but I had said AfterBuzz was the worst. The guys, Temple, it's Lucha of the Hidden Temple. That's the worst Lucha Underground after show.
I love picking fights.
It's
with these
the
podcasts.
shits, and they're just miserable. You know, they both gave. Or I don't think either one of them gave more than 3 stars to Aztec Warfare. Ridiculous. 2 3/4 to the most recent Aztec Warfare. What are you
Too
looking
jaded.
for? What are you looking
Too
for?
jaded.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, like I mean, Jesus Christ, they couldn't have made. They debuted 3 characters that night, and they couldn't have got Matanza over better.
Yeah.
No kidding.
It was go shit in your hat.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Like I said, there are a lot of smart guys at Voices of Wrestling, but they're Lucha Underground.
Go to your
Podcast
wallet,
sucks.
open your wallet, take the credit card part. Where the credit card goes, just pry that open just a little bit, and then take a shit in it, fold it back up, put it back in your pocket.
That's good. That's good.
that.
And then
I like that.
walk around the desert for a month.
Ooh, a whole month.
Get that part back. Hold on. And then walk around the desert for a
That
month.
is straight up whacked. You know it, and I know it, but hey, it is what it is.
I guess so.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Guys, this is going to be. We're going to win awards for this app.
Yep,
I'm telling you.
so too.
So
The dog shittiest podcast award.
yeah, I like to say that we're the best.
Around.
Yeah,
No, we're
but
never gonna make
with
it
apps like this, it's hard to believe. Anyways,
Nah, we are the best.
okay. So if you want to check out old episodes of Lucha Afterground, you can check us out on YouTube. That's where they're all archived there. Otherwise, you can keep subscribing on iTunes.
Write us a
Stitcher.
5-star review, you guys.
That would be
One of those.
exceptional. Yeah,
Or
really
write
appreciate
us the 3-line haiku.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Standing offer. You write a haiku about Lucha Underground. We'll read it. Doesn't matter.
Not on air, but we'll read it.
We'll read it on air.
Okay.
All right, that's about it for us. Thanks again. Same time next week.
Dude,
That's the wrong sound clip.
whack.
Same time next week.
The question is, will you join us?
God, dude, how's your head?
A lot of people have been asking me how my head's doing for the last few weeks. What they haven't been asking is what's next. Do I call the police? Do I call a lawyer? Could have done that, but what I decided to do is call ECCW because I wanted a match. So April 9th at the RCC, it's going to be Ladies' Choice versus my best friend, Ravenous Randy Myers. I got you a match. And Ladies' Choice can shine up his nipple ring all he wants. He can wear all the feather boas in the land. He can bring a live goddamn flamingo down to the ring with him if he feels like it. But at the end of the day, it's not going to do a lick of difference because I'm going to be in your corner and I'm bringing a knife.
Wait, what?
I'm bringing a
No,
knife.
we didn't discuss that.
I'd like to bring a knife.
No, you can't bring a knife, dude.
Can I yell stuff at him?
You can yell all the stuff you like.
And you're going to be hitting him.
I'm gonna hit him a bunch of times, but no knives.
All right, I won't bring a knife.